From Milwaukee, where the power has been out, it's Kurt Berglund coming to you with the musical question, for the love of God, won't somebody tell Bob Geldof why he doesn't like Mondays? Please? I'm begging you. With today's Pine Tar Baseball Great Negro League teams preview and information video, today featuring maybe the best team of all time that you have not heard of. It's the 1925 Hilldale Club, sometimes called the Hilldale Daisies, located in the great state of, pausing now for effect and so you can guess, Hilldale, Bueller, something DOO economics? No, Hilldale, Pennsylvania. The Pine Tar Baseball Great Negro League Team set available now on Kickstarter. I will put the link below. Check out Pine Tar Baseball at ttlbaseballgame.com. ttlbaseballgame.com. I'll put that link below as well. 1925. 95 years ago. Let's talk about what was going on in the world in 1925, and then we'll tell you about Hilldale. In 1925, the Scopes monkey trial in Tennessee debated whether public schools could teach evolution. Tornadoes across the South killed 689 people. Wyoming elected America's first female governor. Al Capone opened gang war in Chicago, terrorizing the city. His estimated wealth, made largely from bootlegging, was estimated at $100 million. Alan Leroy Locke chronicled the Harlem Renaissance and the New Negro. Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby was published, tormenting high school students forever after. Charlie Chaplin's The Gold Rush enthralled cinema fans. Madison Square Garden opened. The Jazz Age commenced. Representative virtuosos included Ferdinand Jelly Roll Morton, Louis Armstrong, Coleman Hawkins, and James P. Johnson. Black Music Hall entertainer Josephine Baker introduced her Danse Sauvage to the French. Lou Gehrig began his career as first baseman for the Yankees, and a record-breaking consecutive game streak of 2,130 games. In that context, the 1925 Hilldale Club did their work. By the way, the source for that information was a wonderful book that chronicles all sorts of important information. John Holway's The Complete Book of Baseball's Negro Leagues. Get it if you can. It's tough to find, but if you can get a copy, pay whatever they want. All right, so Hilldale was in a league called the Eastern Colored League, given that they were in Pennsylvania. Their winning percentage for league games was .746. 746. They are ranked number 4th all time by Jim Riley, who wrote this book, The Negro League's Baseball Encyclopedia. They're ranked number 1 all time by Dick Clark. Not that Dick Clark. Dick Clark that was responsible for helping to found the Negro Leagues Museum in Kansas City. They were the Negro League World Series champions, and their manager was a player manager named Frank Warfield, who played second base. Actually, he played all the infield positions, but mostly second base for this team. We have talked in this video series, and this is number 9. We have talked in this video series about roster sizes in the Negro Leagues. Roster sizes varied from 14 on the low end to whatever the owners could afford on the high end. This one has 16 players. You'll be getting 16 cards. Roster goes like this: Nip Winters, Reuben Curry, Phil Cockrell, Script Lee, Red Ryan, and Bullet Campbell were the pitchers, although Nip Winters did play in the field as well. Position players were Biz Mackey, George Carr, Frank Warfield, Judy Johnson, Jake Stevens, Clint Thomas, George Johnson, Otto Briggs, Naaman Washington, and Louis Santop, closing out his career. As a team in the Eastern Colored League, for batting, this team was second in batting average, second in on-base percentage, and second in slugging percentage. On the mound, they were first in earned run average, they were second in walk-to-strikeout ratio, and they were first in whip. They had a lot of big seasons, some career years. And we're talking about, for this team, over 70 games of league data, so these were not flukes. Catcher Biz Mackey had a slash line of .348 batting average, .427 on-base percentage, and a .562 slugging average. And, along with that, he was probably the best defensive catcher in the history of the Negro Leagues. He taught Roy Campanella everything Roy Campanella knew, to give you some idea. He was also an outstanding offensive player, and if a guy named Josh Gibson hadn't come along, Biz Mackey would be the number 1 Negro Leagues catcher of all time. First baseman on this team, George Tank Carr, had a slash line of a .355 batting average, a .409 on-base percentage, and oh, by the way, he slugged .623. Third baseman, Judy Johnson, .389 batting average, .431 on base, .576 slugging. And the last hitter we'll give you is left fielder Clint Thomas, .341 average, .411 on base, .541 slugging. This team could mash. Yeah. On the mound, this was a hitting-friendly set of ballparks in this league. These pitchers were the best in their league. Nip Winters went 17-8 with a .302 earned run average. Phil Cockrell went 11-2 with a .315 earned run average. And Reuben Curry, I guess you would say was the third starter, went 11-1 with a .457 earned run average. They could pitch. The batting order most commonly used includes these gentlemen. Otto Briggs in right field leading off. Frank Warfield batting second at second base. Tank Carr batting third at first base. Judy Johnson batting cleanup at third. Clint Thomas batting fifth in left field. Biz Mackey batting sixth behind the plate. George Johnson batting seventh in center field. And Jake Stevens batting eighth and playing shortstop, the pitcher batting ninth. That is a frequently used batting order by this team. As part of this series, we always ask these two questions. Why will the 1925 Hilldale Club win your league or tournament? And then we also do the flip side. Why won't they win your league or tournament? They will win your league or tournament among all of these great teams because they are deep in pitching and they could score runs in a whole bunch of ways. These slugging percentages sort of belie the idea that at the top of the order, Otto Briggs and Frank Warfield could play small ball with the best of them and get themselves on base. Briggs could get on, do a little running. Warfield, certainly a great hit and run man, one of the most well-known hit and run men in Negro League's history. And then come the mashers, Carr, Johnson, Thomas, and Mackey. Not easy to hold that lineup down. Pitching staff was also elite for its time and its league. Why won't they win your league or tournament? Well, the defense is good, but not great. And the second part of that is the lower third of the order, which 1 through 6 on this team is great. 7, 8, and 9, not a lot of punch. And so where you're looking for pieces of teams that might fall behind or might cause a problem, if you need to string a long inning together, George Johnson and Jake Stevens were not at the top of their games offensively, and might be tough to do that. On the other hand, the first 6 gentlemen in this order can certainly put you in front to stay. So it's going to be interesting to see how they match up against the other great teams. But as I indicated, Jim Riley, who knows an awful lot about Negro League baseball, says they're number 4. And one of the first people to put the Negro League Museum together says they're number 1. So take that, 35 Pittsburgh Crawfords. Take that, 31 Homestead Grays. Take that, 46 Newark Eagles. Going to be interesting. Going to be a lot of fun to run these tournaments and leagues. All right, so that's where we are with the 1925 Hilldale Club. The set, as I mentioned, is the Pine Tar Baseball Negro League Great Team set. It is available on Kickstarter right now. Check the link below, and you can pick it up. Check out Pine Tar Baseball at ttlbaseballgame.com. And if you get a chance, do me a favor and let Bob Geldof know what the big deal is about Mondays. All right, thanks much. Thank you for watching. My name is Kurt Berglund. I'll be back tomorrow with the 1929 Baltimore Black Sox, another team you may not have heard of, but did an awful lot of damage in 1929. We'll look forward to seeing you then. Please click like and subscribe to my channel. Have a good evening. So long, everybody.